Take the title. So I'm going to go and grab ourselves a... You can only vote for one map, by the way, just so you know. I'm going to go grab myself a glass of water because it absolutely wrecked my voice last night commentating on these races. So I'll be right back momentarily. I'll also try and find some music to play in the background while we're doing these races. But yes, get your votes in and we will be back real soon. Everybody, let's take a moment and let's praise. Yeah, it still works. I didn't know if it still worked actually because I've just formatted my machine last weekend. So got some chocolate. What have I got in my game OST playlist? Playlist, game OST. I don't know what I would put on. Actually, I don't. What do I want to put on? Have some Final Fantasy X music on. No, I've heard far too many Portal far too many times, man. Play some that we played last night. I'll just finish my chocky bar. And then we'll get right in. Really shouldn't. Oh, so yummy. Welcome back, Ian. I think what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to put a 30-second countdown from when the map loads in, so everybody has 30 seconds to join in the race. There's exclamation mark play if you want to get in. All right, here we go with race number 1. I pressed join. Why am I not in the race? Oh well, it's a 3-person shootout here between Iron, Crazy Attack, and Mika. Sorry, Mika. All the chocolate's gone. Iron Smeltery is taking the early lead. Crazy Attack down the middle channel here may get caught up on this intersection, but doesn't find his way through. And Mika out at the bottom here as we enter the paddle section. Very dangerous position, could be a sign that people are going to get thrown out the map, as Mika does indeed get thrown out. It's now a 2-horse race between Iron Smeltery and Crazy Attack. Iron Smeltery through the peg tunnel. Crazy seems to have got caught up a little bit there, and Iron Smeltery is soldiering on all the way on his own. As he makes it onto the pegs, got to be careful not to get yeeted. Crazy is coming back though, picking up a bit of speed here as he makes it over the speed bombs down towards the speed booster, but he has once again got caught up on the lip as Iron Smeltery out in front there is now down towards the spiral sections here, and so far it's looking good for Iron to take the first win of the day, as Crazy now makes his way down the slopes down towards the spiral sections. But with only these spirals left to go and a little paddle section, you've got to think that Iron Smeltery is in good position and good shape here to be taking the first win of the evening. He is down the slope. Crazy has still got a few twists and turns to go around. Can Iron get through the paddle section? Well, he does not, unfortunately. And that's going to give Crazy a real good opportunity to come back. He is down the slope. Here he comes. Crazy finds a gap there, but is he going to get thrown around by the paddle? He does. Iron has finally found his way out, and he has just got a few pegs here to navigate and find his way to the exit, while Crazy doesn't look like he's going to be making a comeback here. He's really struggling on the paddle section. He may have finally found his way out, but it's going to be a little bit too late, too little too late, as Iron Smeltery now on the final section through the final pegs, and he is home and dry. Iron Smeltery takes the lead in race number 1 here. Crazy coming down, just got to be careful of those pegs not to get booted off the map. I don't think he will do at this point in time, as he now drops into the bowl. The race is over. Iron Smeltery is our winner from Crazy and Mika in 3rd position. Don't worry, Pop Punky, that was only the first race of the evening. Well, if it's any consolation, I've somehow didn't join in that race, so you wasn't on your own, Port Ponky. And it is go time here for race number 2 of the evening as they all make their way up, and Iron Smeltery is the first one out, followed by Nock, who gets a fantastic line through there, but they're all in the vortex. Port Ponky too with a good line, and Mika cracking in all the way at the back. At the front though, it is a race between Iron Smeltery and Nock. Port Ponky has struggled though, and Mika is now in 3rd place, but real close here between Iron Smeltery and Nock, and Mika is there to pick up the pieces should either of these two actually sort of falter away. Port Ponky there coming back at the 3 though, out in front. He has made up some ground, and it's anyone's game as we head down to this downhill peg and portal section. Anything could happen. Nock actually gets hung up on the pegs, as does Mika, but he is back moving again. Port Ponky also gets hung up, but Iron Smeltery is our leader at the moment, helped along there by Nock. Nock actually gets through as well, as they are funneled into another paddle section here, which is always interesting. Who is going to come out on top with the paddle section though? Can often take a while for people to get through. Mika now at the back. Nock looks like he's got through. No, he has not. Iron is straight through though. Iron's a great line there all the way through. Nock is through as well. Port Ponky and poor old Mika is out at the back as they head down now through the pegs and down towards the elevator. Mika still struggling to get out of that panel area, but Nock and Port Ponky are in the elevator. Iron Smeltery has lost a bit of ground to the two. Port Ponky now in the lead as they enter the twisty, turny, downhill section, heading our way down to the final bowl as we get a split here. So it's all going to come down to who can get the best line through this section. Mika there finally making his way up the elevator. Port Ponky has got the legs here. They're on Nock. He's pulled out quite a bit of a lead here as they head down to the final section, around the final corner into the intersection. Who is going to get hung up at the intersection? Who is going to get a good line? Port Ponky is through, as is Nock, and it is Port Ponky who is going to take the win here from Nock Skidney in 2nd place. Iron Smeltery though coming through and round for 3rd place, and Mika unfortunately trailing behind is going to bring up the rear in 4th position. Too late, crazy. Thanks for sticking by. How's the music, guys? Is it too loud, or please do let me know. Better. And here we go with the adorable Rainbow Circuit one from last night as we start off relatively slowly here. We're going round and round the outside here as all our competitors sort of following one by one as we head down to the vortex down below. Who is going to get the optimal line though through the vortex? Nock is down first, but Iron Smeltery looks to have a tighter line there. And I think Nock's actually on the least optimal line out of all 5 of our racers here. Who's going to be first down the vortex though? Nock does almost get down. It's Iron Smeltery. Mystical Ace is second. Port Ponky, Mika and Nock is bringing up the rear. But Iron Smeltery has got a fantastic launch here and is way out in front, as the others are only just coming out of the first twisty turny section, with Mystical Ace in second, Mika third, Nock is now in fourth, and Port Ponky out in 5th position. Iron Smeltery already in the first of the twisty turny sections of this map here. And there's a good midfield battle going on here between Nock, Mika and Mystical Ace. Port Ponky is coming back, but Iron Smeltery really stretching his legs here, and he is He is really out in the lead here as he is in the second twisty-turny section. Mika from Knock here, Port Ponky, Mystical Ace, all the four are bunched together quite closely, and it's quite a close competition between these four racers. As we see, Iron Smeltery is just way out in front. The real battle is between these four guys here. As we enter the bumpy section, Mika is currently in second place. Iron Smeltery, though, has struggled with a line. Poor Ponky has found the optimal line, though, and he is straight out there. Can he find a hole to get through into the bottom? Only time will tell as the other marbles fall their way through. He does indeed. I think he gets a little helping hand there from some of the other marbles. It's Poor Ponky out in front, Mika second, Knock now in third, Mystical Ace in fourth. Iron Smeltery in fourth, and Mystical Ace is behind, bringing up the rear as they are all done and dusted here. That one caught me off guard, to be fair. Poor Ponky takes the win, Mika second, Knock third, Iron Smeltery fourth, and Mystical Ace bringing up the rear in fifth position. I think he got hampered on one of the paddle sections, and everybody else, you just got like a fantastic line through there. So no. Delete that, please. That's disgusting. Race number 4 here of the first Grand Prix of the night, and we are on the bizarre aligned abyss. Mika seems to be taking a really good opening segment here through the peg ball, but they've all sort of bunched up on the exit as they now start to take their separate ways. It's once again Iron Smeltery, all our racers here deciding to take the left path here through the first paddle section. Iron Smeltery is almost through. Knock gives Port Ponky a helping hand. Both of those two are through in first and second, although they are picking up the debris. Can Mika now find his way through and get a bit of an advantage? No, he knocks Knock forward, and Knock is now going to take a bit of an advantage. Mystical Ace and Iron Smeltery with the pace, though, coming up behind as they enter the first vortex section here. Which this vortex, sorry, it's not a vortex, it's a bowl with lots of holes. Knock still takes the lead. Iron Smeltery right on his heels, though, in second place. Port Ponky third, Mystical Ace, and Mika is all the way at the back there. He has really got stuck there as they enter the final bingo ball here. Who is going to find the hole at the bottom and make it to the finish first? It's going to be tense as they all enter, with the exception of Mika. Port Ponky looks to be down. Is he going to take the win here? Iron Smeltery giving him a little nudge there, a little helping hand. Iron Smeltery gives Port Ponky the win here. Who is going to take second place, though? Everybody is slowing. It's Iron Smeltery taking second, and I think Mystical Ace has just slowed Knock down. This is going to be really close between these two. Who is going to get it? As we slow the time down, looks like Knock has made it, and he is going to take third. Mystical Ace is still teetering around, though. Mika comes in, steals the fourth position. Mystical Ace just cannot get out of that little lip there on the lead down to the finish bowl. It's Poor Ponky takes the win once again, and this man at the moment is on fire. Yeah, Iron, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to go the distance, my man. It is race number 5 in the first Grand Prix of the evening, and all our marbles are heading down to the Vortex for the first time here, and Mystical Ace is leading them down. Who is going to get, though, the optimal line or even the little tap from their competitor? and to see who is going to be down at the bottom first. They're all going around. Looks like once again Iron Smeltery could be one of the first down there. He looks like he's got the tight line, although it's Mystical Ace. He is down first as they all start to drop. It's Knock in the rear, Port Ponky third, Mika in fourth position. It's a two-legged race at the front, though, between Mystical Ace and Iron Smeltery. Port Ponky from Mika and Knock, all closely bunched together, though, in the trailing pack as they enter the chicane section here. Got to be careful of those speed boosts and try and find that optimal line to keep that momentum up and stay ahead of your competitors, as Iron Smeltery is putting Mystical Ace under a lot of pressure here. Still Port Ponky from Mika and Knock bringing up the rear, though, further down the field as they enter the intersections, and these can play real havoc on you if you hit them wrong. You can quite easily get stuck, and there are some pegs as well in front of those intersecting sections. Easy for me to say. But Mystical Ace and Iron Smeltery has found their way through the second one quite nicely. Mika takes a different line from Port Ponky and Knock, but they are still nicely grouped together here as the leaders head down to the third intersection here, with only one more to go before a final downhill section and a hold bowl section after that. It's Mystical Ace from Iron Smeltery. Mika Krakenen is down in last place. Port Ponky third, Knock in fourth. And who is going to get the look here? A nice little tap off a bowl here will see you through to the winners section first. Iron Smeltery finds the hole first, quickly followed by Mystical Ace. Port Ponky in third, Knock in fourth, and Mika in last position. Race number 6 here on Twist and Turns 2, and our marbles are heading down to a vortex in a similar setup to the previous map. It's Iron Smeltery once again leading the pack, although Knock is on a little bit of a tighter line, which is going to give him the advantage for a start down this vortex, but it's still anybody's game in the early stages. Knock and Port Ponky seem to be helping each other out here, slowing each other down with some little love taps there, it seems, and they are on their way down the vortex there with Mika Krakenen in last position. But it's Knock and Port Ponky, our leaders. They're out down into the intersection and downhill section, and with quite a lead over the trailing pack here of Iron Smeltery, Mystical Ace and Mika once again at the back as they come down the bumpy section. Port Ponky and Knock are down the bowl, and Knock is out of the intersection first. Port Ponky takes a little bit of a different line there and loses some ground. Iron Smeltery and Mystical Ace are hot on their heels in the intersection with Mika at the back of the pack. Knocked down into the second funnel here. Port Ponky's trying to come up with some ground though. Knock loses some speed on the intersection, whereas Port Ponky gets a fantastic run through there and could see him take the lead. He does indeed take that lead from Knock, Iron Smeltery and Mystical Ace. Mika with some speed there. He is really caught up to the trailing pack there. He still has potentially come back into a third place position there, as they are coming down the funnel. But Port Ponky and Knock are on their way down once again. Iron Smeltery, Mystical Ace and Mika in the back as they were as they enter a paddle section here. Knock gets a nice little run through. Port Ponky was really unlucky there getting through. Is anybody else going to get a really nice line though? Port Ponky is finally through as Knock is making his way and surely going to take this one as he enters the winner's bowl. Port Ponky is going to take second, but it's this third place battle that we really need to keep an eye on, and it's Mystical Ace and Mika, it looks like, who is going to be battling out for third place here. If Mika can stay on this line, he is going to take it, you've got to feel. And I think he's going to do it unless Mystical Ace can get a speed boost right at the end. He cannot. Mika takes third position. Mystical Ace in fourth. And Iron Smeltery bringing up the rear in last position. What's going on, Sonny? Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. I think you got caught up on the paddles, poor Ponky. If I'm honest. Time for race number 7 here, endurance test number 2, and as with the previous 2, we are starting off in a downhill vortex fashion. So away our racers go. Sonny leading them off according to the leaderboard, but that's not the case. He's just closest to the exit. So let's see who is going to become favourable out of the vortex in this race. It really pays you to try and get a bit of contact here with one of your fellow competitors. It really just stops your momentum and puts you straight down. But Mystical Ace looks like he's got the line here, and it's Nock in second and Mika following along in third position at the moment. Nock is catching Mystical Ace, but Mika and Nock, a bit of distance between them. Iron Smeltery and Sonny are neck and neck as Port Ponky is now bringing up the rear, and we are heading over to some intersecting pegs here. Looks like the middle route is going to be the optimal here. Who is going to get the middle route? Mystical Ace chooses to take the right hand route there, whereas Nock finds his way down the middle. That's certainly going to give him a massive advantage in this race. Iron Smeltery is following him down. Sonny also. Port Ponky is also following. So it's only Mystical Ace and Mika who are taking the longer sections here. Although this could come back to bite them, as Nock does have to go around a central section there. But Nock in the paddle section. He's stuck on the entry at the moment. Is anybody going to find an optimal line? It's Iron Smeltery who finds the optimal line and straight into the hairpins here. Nock does find his way through. Port Ponky now up to third position. Sonny, Mika and Mystical Ace are really struggling to get out of that paddle section. But Iron, Port Ponky and Nock are going around the hairpin section here. It's still anybody's game as we're going to come up to some speed bumps. It's Iron Smeltery who comes out first, Nock in second, Port Ponky in third at this place. And Iron Smeltery gets a good run through the bumps, as does Nock. Picks up quite a bit of speed. And these two are now neck and neck as they head down to yet another paddle section. Iron Smeltery skillfully misses, whereas Nock gets stopped dead in his tracks. Port Ponky with a nice line through there finds the gap on the paddle, catching up with Nock. But I think it's going to be Iron Smeltery who takes the win here. Nock is still going to hold on for second. Port Ponky in third, and Sonny is coming down now to take fourth position. The battle for fifth, though, is looks like it's over as well. Mystical Ace is getting hung up on the paddle as Mika finds his way down the downhill section to take fifth position. But Mystical Ace is going to bring up the rear here and take sixth position here in the 7th race of the Grand Prix. I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen any yeets yet, to be fair. Yeah. We only get yeets when Deathwish is around. I think that's fair to say. Blame it on the Deathwish. Okay, it's race number 8 out of 10 here in the first Grand Prix of the night, and our racers are out of the starting blocks and looking for a way to get down into this rather large opening vortex here. Iron Smeltery's line, though, looks to be tightening up here. He looks like he could be down first, although Sonny and Port Ponky and Mika look to have the optimal line. It's still anybody's game, though, right at the moment. as they all struggling to find a way down, and I think they are all going to be bunched together quite nicely as they enter the paddle section. Poor Ponky has completely skipped the paddle though and is stretching his legs out in the lead with Iron Smeltery in second, Sunny really struggling to get through, Mika in third, Nock in fourth, although he has just been relegated to the back as Sunny has now found a bit of pace and is making his way down. Poor Ponky though out in the lead. Sunny and Mika here taking central lines. Nock and Iron Smeltery are way back there in the distance as Port Ponky now comes up to the spiral section here. Mika has found some pace from somewhere and absolutely smashes his way through that section there, and now is our race leader as he comes out of the funnel. Sunny has really picked up the pace too as well. He is right on Mika's heels, as is Port Ponky. All got a bit of pace as they come out that funnel section. Nock is winning the battle with Iron Smeltery in the battle for last, not to be last place here, but Mika there hung up on the intersection. That's going to cost him a bit of time. As is Port Ponky and Sunny. Nock now in second position as they enter the hole bowl, and Mika is straight down as Port Ponky down in second, Nock down in third, and the tables are really turning. Nock and Mika are neck and neck. We have lost Mika. Mika has fallen off the map, and that promotes Nock into the lead with Sunny now in second and Port Ponky in third. Iron Smeltery really struggling there to get out of that paddle section, but still a fair way to go in this Grand Prix. And this race as Nock and Sunny are now battling for lead. Sunny has got into the lead as they enter over the bumpy area here. Poor Ponky is next, followed by Iron Smeltery in last position of our runners. We are entering the downhill peg section here, and Sunny seems to be hitting all of the pegs as he goes around here. And still neck and neck between these two guys. Who is going to come out on top? They keep switching positions one from the other as the battle is really hotting up out at the front. A bit further back though, Port Ponky in third has really pulled out a gap from Iron Smeltery, who is only just making his way out of the downhill peg section. Out in the front though, Nock has got some speed, and we've lost Nock. Can Sunny stay in the game? He does. He manages to find the central reservation, but he has overshot the exit. That promotes Port Ponky into the lead right now with only two runners left. Is Port Ponky going to slow himself down enough? No, he is not. Can Iron Smeltery take this one, or are we going to have lost all of our runners here? Iron Smeltery also off at the back. We have lost all of our runners here, and the final results are in the order we lost people. So Iron Smeltery takes the win by default. Port Ponky in second, Sunny third, Nock in fourth, and Mika, unfortunately, the first one to be lost, is in last position. Sunny OST here is the local record holder of the race so far with a 156.817. Can anybody beat that time as the 9th and penultimate race of the Grand Prix gets underway here? It's Eye of the Storm. All our players on the outside of the bowl here, entering the rather large vortex as we did in the previous race, but let's see how these guys are going to tackle this. Anybody going to have an optimal line and get a massive advantage here? Who is going to be down first? It looks like they're all tightly bunched together. Port Ponky looks to be down first, Iron Smeltery second, and the chasing pack are all choosing to go the opposite way. Everybody is really closely bunched together, and I think Port Ponky has actually lost out there as everybody else is now making their way through the peg section here. And it's Sunny from Mika, Iron Smeltery third place, Mystical Ace in fourth, Nock in fifth, and Port Ponky, who decided to take the other line, is coming back slightly there. He's managed to wake his way back, but Nock has managed to find an optimal line through this this section here. I didn't even see him drop out at the bottom there, but it's Mika who passes Nock now. Nock down to second, Sunny in third, as the rest of them battle to get down this downhill section. Those three are really closely battled together, but we enter another vortex here with Mika, Sunny and Nock all out at the front. It's Mika out first with Nock in second. We're going to see though who can get shot out of this cannon, who is going to survive, as Mika is through, as is Nock. Doesn't look like we've lost anybody as of yet, but there is plenty of opportunity here to have for people to get lost as Mika drops down now into the bowl. Nock is still trying to find his way through. Sunny is the next one, and Iron Smeltery. And we've lost Mystical Ace. He has dropped out now. He is the first casualty. And Nock and Mika now both down there for fighting for first place as they enter yet another peg section. Mika gets delayed there by one of the pegs. Nock seems to be finding a rather optimal route through this section. He's doing very well at the moment, although he's getting held up now by the paddle. Can Mika come back at him while he is stuck as we enter the final section of this race? Sunny looks to be storming through, and does indeed. Sunny OST out of nowhere takes the win. Nock is almost got himself sorted. He is down, and he is going to take second place with Mika in third. We lost Poor Ponky there somewhere in the background as well, and we just have Iron Smeltery here bringing up the rear in last position. Not sure what happened to Poor Ponky there. We sort of lost him. I can only assume that he had a similar fate to Mystical Ace, getting thrown off the map in that shooting section over there. But Iron Smeltery here coming over the finish line to bring the penultimate race to an end. Final race of the Grand Prix about to get underway here. It's Devil's Chaos 2, and we are going to start off with a pegboard drop onto the map here. As the race gets underway, it is go time here. Mystical Ace, I think, has just missed out there on the entrance, but already we've got Poor Ponky. He is down and he is on his way, followed by Iron Smeltery and Nock, Sunny and Mika all grouped together here as they enter the paddle section. Iron Smeltery has found an optimal line through there and is off in the lead. Be careful here though, there is plenty of opportunity here to get thrown off the map, but Iron Smeltery and Mika have navigated it successfully as they both head down to the drop bowl section, and Sunny and Nock appear to be stuck, and they're now finally on their way. But Iron Smeltery is first out of the drop bowl with Mika neck and neck here, and the battle for third is Sunny is winning that one at the moment. But if Nock or Poor Ponky could get a drop that's a bit nearer to the front, they could have taken the position, but Sunny is comfortably in third position. The battle though for the lead between Mika and Sunny is hotting up. It is neck and neck as they head down into some pegs. Iron Smeltery gets caught up on the pegs, as does Mika, but Mika is going to be first into the washing machine here. Let's see what sort of line he can find. What a fantastic line that was from Mika. He avoided all the pegs and he is safely on his way and down into the next thing. We've lost Poor Ponky once again. I don't know what's happened there, but Poor Ponky has been thrown off the map. Sunny currently running in second, Nock in third. Iron Smeltery is bringing up the rear, but it's Mika who has stretched his legs and he is way out in the lead here as we enter a very dangerous section. He manages to navigate it well though, and he is down off to the side. Sunny is next here. You can find, if one of these races could find a route down that middle area, then I think they could take a lead. Sunny now has found that middle path, but doesn't seem like it's optimal. Iron Smeltery still in last place, Nock in third position here. Sunny has really taken the fight to Mika, and I think he may actually be in the lead now as Sunny is going to enter into this coil section right here. Mika is up and he is back down again. I think we've just lost Iron Smeltery from the race as well, so we've got three competitors left. Sunny from Mika with Nock in third position. I think Mika actually has taken the lead so far. Sunny has really taken a long route here, and I think he could leave second position here to Nock. That route is definitely not very optimal there that Sunny is taking. We could be there for quite some time, but Mika is slowly making his way through the twisty turny sections with Nock following in Nock was following in second position. We've now lost Nock, so Sonny is, although taking the very slow route, looks like he is going to be coming home in second position. But Mika now has just got the paddle to navigate here as he makes his way down towards the finish line. Gets a little bit hung up, but he has got plenty of time in relation to Sonny. And there we go, he has navigated his way through. He is going to take the win as Sonny now makes his way down the very narrow channel here towards the intersection that's going to lead him ultimately to the panel. Can he make sure he stays on the map? He does indeed. He's through the bowl, through the pegs without too much issue at all as he makes his way to the paddle. I think he's going to have some trouble here though. He's going to be sent flying around. No, he avoids the paddle. Can his marble just get enough momentum though to stay away and make his way down towards the exit? He does indeed, and down he goes to take second position. Only 2 finishes in the final Grand Prix here, and it's Mika Krakenen from Sunny OST. So after all 10 races, the results are in, and let's see who are our top 3 racers in Grand Prix number 1 tonight. Nock is going to take third place on the podium. The bronze medal to Nock. Iron Smeltery takes the silver in second place, and it's Paul Ponky as our winner of the first Grand Prix of the evening. Congratulations to Paul Ponky. Alright guys, you know the drill, so you can select your map using a vote and a number to vote for a map. It is time for the first race of Grand Prix number 2 here, and it's a pegboard with some very interesting paddles. Our racers here trying to avoid those paddles, although it could help them get down to the bottom a little bit quicker, but it is Mika, Iron Smeltery and Sonny who are taking the path on the left here, and they are out in front. Nock is trying to catch up as well, but Iron Smeltery takes a great line. We've lost Mika over the top of the bowl already. That's very unfortunate. We are down to 4 runners in this race as Sonny is now going to take third place. It's Paul Ponky in second with Iron Smeltery in third as he navigates that paddle section quite nicely, and he is now down into a spiral section. Nock is really lost the ground here and is all the way back down at the behind Sunny, although he has found some ground, and he's going to just give Sunny a little love tap there, and they're both now neck and neck as they enter the spiral section. Iron Smelter, though, really stretching his legs and finding some optimal lines. Port Ponky is struggling. We've just lost Sunny, though. Sunny is out of the map. That's a real shame. We've lost Sunny down to 3 racers now in the map. Iron Smelter is really finding a good line through these pedal sections and getting some speed. Although he is getting now caught up in the last one and thrown backwards. That's going to give Nock and Port Ponky a chance to catch up, although they are both caught up in paddles themselves. Iron Smelter, they've got to be very careful here that he doesn't get thrown out of the map. He doesn't know he's through onto the speed bumps, and this one should be a relatively easy victory for Iron Smeltery. He's just got to navigate the final section here of some pegs, and he is down. He has won the match. Iron Smeltery takes the win here, but now it's between Port Ponky as Nock as they enter the crisscrossing paddle section here. And Port Ponky is going backwards, as is Nock at this moment in time. So both players really struggling. Nock finally through onto match up to where Port Ponky is. He gets a massive speed boost past Port Ponky as they are in the final crisscross paddle section here. Nock is now through. Port Ponky still going backwards, which is a real shame. Port Ponky down in 3rd position. Nock making his way over the speed bumps here. Port Ponky, though, with a bit of speed, gets held up by the speed bumps. Nock has been thrown back, though. It's still neck and neck. Anybody's game for 2nd position here. Who is going to take it? It depends on who is going to get caught up by these pegs. Port Ponky looks to have the ground, but Nock finally makes his way through. It was down to the peg gods, and the peg gods chose Nock over Port Ponky to take 2nd place, but Iron Smeltery takes the win in race number 1. Looks like we've got a Valentine's themed map for race number 2 here. It's very pink, it's very love hearty, and we are off down a very pink pegboard, on our way down to some love heart tunnels as the track is defined by lug ovals. As we head down, we have got Port Ponky in the lead from Mystical Ace and Mika. Nock and Sunny bringing up the rear at this moment in time. But we're making our way down here to some intersections, into some twisty cogs as Port Ponky navigates his way through the bumps quite nicely and has got a substantial lead here over Mika Krakenen, who is nicely down. But Nock and the chasing pack behind Mika are all catching up quite nicely. Port Ponky and Nock out in the lead at the moment. Mika now managed to make a bit of a distance gap between himself and the remaining people in 4th and 5th. Apologies for getting my numbers muddled up there. Nock has found a nice line through the paddle section here, and he has taken the temporary lead with Mystical Ace now coming through from behind, and Sunny is also there right with him, but Sunny's going to get hampered by the paddles. Still Nock and Port Ponky, though, neck and neck, as Port Ponky is taking a very indifferent line to Nock. He's going down towards the right hand side. Mystical Ace and Sunny down the left, and Mika is following Nock down the middle. Nock is through the love heart, though. He is going down. This is going to get interesting. He is not going to be yeeted out of existence as he makes his way towards the bowl. He is down through the funnel, and he is on his merry way. Port Ponky is next to attempt the jump and does successfully make it. Mystical Ace is mid-air as we change over to him. He also makes it. We've lost Mika somewhere along the way, unfortunately. So it's now down to just the 4 racers. Port Ponky and Nock still battling for the lead here. And they're pretty much neck and neck as they go through the love heart. And they're going to interchange here, changing directions. Nock has got a slight lead over Port Ponky. Sunny bringing up the rear with Mystical Ace in 3rd position. Nock and Port Ponky, though, are looking for a way down the hole as they head on to the final section of the course here. Nock is down first and nicely through the intersection. Port Ponky, unfortunately, gets a little bit caught up and costs him a little bit of speed, but he's still there. There's still a chance that he could win this one. Nock through the speed boost, and Nock is going to be down, providing he doesn't get held up by the pegs here. It's going to be neck and neck, and Port Ponky steals it at the end from Nock in second position. Heading back, though, to the third place race here, we got it's really close between Sunny and Mystical Ace. Mystical Ace manages to find his way through the hole there. Sunny's still trying and really struggling there. That's given Mystical Ace quite a lead over Sunny, and it's only the pegs that can save Sunny a third position here. But the pegs are down. It lets Mystical Ace drop into the finale, and he takes third. Sunny comes home in fourth position. Mika was the only one that we lost in that race. I'm not sure, Sunny, to be fair. I'm not sure. Nice. Race number 3, and we are back with twists and turns here. Nock has the local record of 157.488 as our racers head down into the vortex here for the first time. It's Mika and Virtual Nock out in the lead. Sunny is splitting them at the moment with Port Ponky. Iron Smelter and Nock close together. Mystical Ace taking a rather wide line here. Who is going to be dropping out at the bottom of our funnel first? Here it is Mika Kraken, followed by Sunny, Virtual Nock, and Port Ponky in close following behind Sunny at the moment. But we're down the first dip and we're over to the bump section leading to our first funnel. Mika with quite a lead over Sunny at this moment in time. Mika has been quite unlucky in the last few races, though. He's been thrown out of the map. Let's see if he can hold it together during this one. The chasing pack are relatively close together while Mika stretches his legs once more and is down into the second funnel of the map. Nicely navigated, few turns all the way down, doesn't get held up on the intersection and makes his way around the hairpins down to yet another funnel. It's the third one. It's now Nock in second. Port Ponky, Iron Smelter, and Virtual Nock are all close together, though. Sunny taking the different route here, but is still with the pack. Mika with quite a nice advantage. He's not got an optimal line through those chicanes, though, and you have to think that's going to have slowed him down. And if the chasing pack can keep their momentum, we could see a change in the lead real soon. But Mika navigates the paddle section really, really nicely as our chasing pack now approach it. Sunny is through, so is Port Ponky and Nock. Virtual Nock, though, and Iron Smeltery both struggling to get a good line, so we've put a bit of separation here as Mika comes over the line to take the win. Sunny looks like he is going to take second. It's a race between Port Ponky and Nock for third. Who is going to take it? I think Nock has just got it. He has. Nock has taken third, fourth from Port Ponky. Virtual Nock streams past Iron Smeltery at the last minute there to take fifth position, and poor old Mystical Ace is all the way back. He was nowhere to be seen after that first section in this race, so he's going to come home in last position. I think last win is just in relation to which streamer who was streaming the match. I think Sunny. So Mika, yeah, first Mika was 7 seconds quicker than the local record, so got a new local record there. Good job, Mika. Well done. GG. This one should be interesting. I think this one's got a relatively high ejection rate, I think we'll call it. Yeet o'clock. And away we go for race number 7 of the Grand Prix. All our marbles are away, and it's got some through some plinko boards here before they make their way to the twisty turny section. Laying below, we're still waiting for one of our first marbles to drop down at the front. Looks like Iron Smeltery and Port Ponky are taking it, but who can get a more optimal line? It is Iron Smeltery from Nock at the moment. Mystical Ace there sneaking into second position as Nock can't quite work out how to make his way down the first slope. Virtual Nock and Mika are grouped together, as are Sunny and Port Ponky right at the back of the map here, but Mystical Ace and Nock are your leaders at the moment, with Iron Smeltery in pursuit, but very careful on this section. This is where things are going to get interesting. You can't go too fast down this very narrow and twisty section here. Very easy for our marbles to get lost, but Mika has pulled in some ground on Nock in second position. Iron Smeltery look coming right down the middle here as our players are now away and are being stuck to the board here. They're all in the center here. And is that it? Well, that was it. I wasn't expecting that to be the end. So Poor Punky wins. Mystical Ace in second. Virtual Nock steals the third place win there, with Nock in fourth, Mika in fifth, Sunny in sixth, and Iron Smeltery in last position. Ah, okay. Yeah. And away we go for Space Station. It's race number 5 in the second Grand Prix of the evening. Who is going to make their way through the twisty tubes first and out down into the actual space station? We just take a look at this one. There's a lot of effort being made into this. It's going to be a long race, this one. The world record is 3 minutes and 26 seconds, so this one is not going to be for the faint-hearted, but our racers are down into the vortex, and we're about to see who is going to emerge out on top here down the downhill section. Looks like Iron Smeltery is down first, but it's Virtual Nock from Iron Smeltery and Sunny. Mystical Ace chasing the pack in fourth, Mika in fifth, Nock and Port Ponky bringing up the rear as they enter the section here. Very fast section here. Iron Smeltery chasing down Virtual Nock, and Sunny is right there as well. Looks like he's almost about to take the lead, and he does actually take the lead. I think the computer can quite keep up with who is leading. It's now Port Ponky stretching his legs neck and neck with Sunny as they roll down towards the peg and paddleboard section here, and everyone sorts of gets pushed away, and Iron Smeltery there comes off the best. He is just way out there in the lead as Sunny is doing some weird things in the paddle. It's Port Ponky and Iron Smeltery though out in the front. I think my hotkeys aren't quite working properly, so I do apologise. Saying Iron Smeltery is our last place, but he's actually our leader at the moment. I guess we're going to come back around nearer to that direction, but behind Iron Smeltery, if I can actually get out of the way of all of this stuff, which it doesn't appear like I can, so I apologise. It's Port Ponky from Virtual Nock, and then Real Nock is in fourth position. Mystical Ace and Sunny making their way down now to the downhill bumpy section. Mika bringing up the rear, but Iron Smeltery still out front with a very, very comfortable lead from Port Ponky and Virtual Nock. And you've got to imagine, unless Iron Smeltery comes up in some real big trouble, he is looking in some real good shape at the moment to be taking the win. Port Ponky here, out in third, got a nice bit of space from Virtual Knock, and then the trailing pack are quite a distance behind. It's Knock from Mystical Ace, Sunny and Mika bringing up the rear, but looks like Iron Smeltery has been caught though, and it's now Virtual Knock is out in the lead. Port Ponky had a momentary lead there, but Iron Smeltery has lost his momentum, it seems, and it is now Virtual Knock who is out in the lead. A little further back, Mystical Ace still holding a solid 4th position. Knock in 5th, and Sunny and Mika are battling close together here, battling 4th, 6th and 7th. I think Iron Smeltery has found a bit of pace here though, and looks like he may be coming back, but it is still Virtual Knock who is out in front here in this Grand Prix. As they navigate the maze section here, Mystical Ace is caught right back up to Port Ponky, and the battle for third is now hotting up. But these 4 out in the front are breaking away from the rest of the pack. Doesn't really seem like the rest are going to be able to catch up at this point in time as we enter another twisty-turny section here. Iron Smeltery still on hot on the heels of Virtual Knock over the speed bumps. Virtual Knock takes a nice bit of speed there and is now really stretching his legs over Iron Smeltery, who earlier on in the race you had to think he was the one that had it. Iron Smeltery is being chased down though by Mystical Ace. As you can see, Mystical Ace has got a nice bit of speed. He's keeping with Iron Smeltery at this moment in time. Port Ponky just a little bit further back from these two, but once again Virtual Knock navigates his way through and takes the win in this 5th Grand Prix. Mystical Ace comes through ahead of Iron Smeltery and Port Ponky in the final section, takes 2nd. Iron Smeltery takes 3rd. Port Ponky in 4th. Knock and Mika is neck and neck. Knock beats Mika to the line to take 5th place, and poor old Sunny is all the way back here. Really struggled to find any sort of momentum in this race, and it shows as his final resting position is last place. This is the soundtrack for Final Fantasy X, Sunny. Final Fantasy games are quite renowned for having good soundtracks. We enter the second half of the Grand Prix here. We're starting off with another Vortex section here on Coils of Power. Who is going to break away and end up in 1st position as they make their way down the Vortex? Round and round they go. Who is going to come out on top as they all are swimming, getting lower and lower and lower, just waiting for the first one to drop here. Who is it going to be? What's going on there, Christo? Welcome along. Hope you're well. Nobody seems to want to come out of this funnel at the moment. Round and round they go. Nobody wants to drop. Mystical Ace looks like he has got a lower line. They're all really bunching up together, really close here. So Iron Smeltery out first, followed by Mystical Ace and Virtual Knock, with Sunny in 4th, Mika 5th, Port Ponky in 6th, and Knock bringing up the rear here as they enter the twisty-turny sections. Got to be careful of these portals here. You could end up anywhere and everywhere as they enter the downhill section here. There's a couple of portals here that where are they going to end up? I think you don't want to be hitting those portals. Iron Smeltery and Port I kind of lost a bit what happened there. Mika, Iron Smeltery and Mystical Ace got fired all the way back, so it's now Sunny from Virtual Knock. Port Ponky and Mika are neck and neck, and we're getting caught up on quite a bit of debris here. Virtual Knock, though, managing to find his way through somehow, and as the others wait for the debris to clear, Virtual Knock is away and on his way into the multiple hairpin section there. Everybody else still really caught up by the debris. Mika is finding his way through, and yeah, everybody else has come to a bit of a standstill, but Virtual Knock is way out there in the lead, doing what he does best, it seems, and leading Port Ponky and Iron Smeltery. Everybody is a bit everywhere. It's a little hard to sort of gauge where everybody is. The portals are putting players in various positions, but Virtual Knock is all the way down here. He's down in the debris section, trying to avoid the debris. It looks like he's going to get caught up on it, and Knock is actually going to race him through. Is he going to make it? Virtual Knock takes the win. Iron Smeltery, though, is picking up the pace, and he could take this from Knock, but I think Knock is safe now. Knock takes second position. Iron Smeltery looks like he's going to hold on here for third. He does indeed. Just beats Mika to the post, who Mika unfortunately finds himself in a portal, and that sends him all the way back to the top of the map. Sunny and Port Ponky here are going to battle it out for fourth. Sunny takes fourth, Port Ponky in fifth, and now it's between Mystical Ace and Mika for sixth and seventh position. Mika unfortunately got sent all the way back to the top of the map, so Mystical Ace does have the legs at the minute on Mika, as they're both in the multiple hairpin section. Mystical Ace, though, now on a downhill slope. He's going to miss any portals, so Mystical Ace is going to take sixth position, and that just leaves us with Mika. What can Mika do out of this corkscrewy, twisty section here? Unfortunately for Mika, I think he's actually going to run out of time, and there we go. Virtual Knock takes this one from, I think Mika decided to leave the race. Don't think he had enough time to finish it either. There was another spiral section following him afterwards, but Mika, our only one that we lost here, was really unfortunate to hit those portals, but it was Virtual Knock from Knock, and then Iron Smeltery takes the final podium position in third position. Race number 7. All 7 competitors are in here, and the vortex section is bright green with a pink outline as our players head on down in towards the middle. Who is going to take an optimal line, or are they all going to really struggle like they did last time? Let's find out. Round and round they go here. Sunny and Iron Smeltery, everybody is down. Mika, unfortunately, is taking the long route here. Everybody is pretty neck and neck, though, as we head down into the twisty turny section. It's a little bit dark here, so I apologize for the visibility here, but Iron Smeltery and everybody's really grouped together. It's really anybody's race in these early stages. Nobody really breaking free, just Mika there at the back. As we enter the cone section, Port Ponky takes a really nice line around the outside of the spikes. Iron Smeltery and Sunny. Mika now up to fourth, and that has really sort of split the pack up, as we now have a sort of breakaway 2 here, with Sunny and Mika following them close behind, but it's anybody's game between Iron Smeltery and Port Ponky at the moment. Mika trying to hunt Sunny down for that third position. Doesn't get a good run through the banking, unfortunately, but let's see what can happen here as they all head on down towards the portal here. Iron Smeltery is the first one through, and he is home and dry. Port Ponky in second, Sunny third, Mika in fourth. Not sure where the guys are coming from here. Knock takes fifth. Mystical Ace takes 6th. Where did Virtual Knock end up? I don't know where he did. That sort of all ended a bit thick and fast right at the end there. But Iron Smeltery takes the win from poor Ponky. Sonny in 3rd, Mika in 4th, Knock in 5th, Mystical Ace and Virtual Knock bringing up the rear in 6th and 7th. Alright, Mika, no worries. It'll probably be the last Grand Prix tonight anyway, so it's all good. Away we go here for the fast track challenge. It's going to be anybody's game, and I think we could see the potential to be losing people, but Knock is early out the gates here, takes a nice line through the paddle section. Everybody else really getting hung up. Poor Ponky and Mystical Ace from the back, they get good lines through, and they now take 2nd and 3rd position. Poor Ponky looks like he's got a bit of speed though as he goes round the spiral section, but Mika, Iron, Sunny and Virtual Knock all struggling there. As Virtual Knock now finally onto the spiral section. Knock through the speed bumps though. Poor Ponky and Mystical Ace are hot on his heels. Knock gets caught up at the intersection, as does Mystical Ace and Poor Ponky. Poor Ponky going a little bit backwards, which costs him 2nd position. Mystical Ace now up into 2nd, but still quite a few obstacles to tackle as Mystical Ace is through the turnstiles. Knock is not, but Mystical Ace does go backwards. He got hung up on that intersection, which really helped Knock out actually, but Poor Ponky now hot on their heels. Can he get a better run through? No, he cannot. He takes another backward step. Still Knock here from Mystical Ace. Poor Ponky somehow managing to hold on to 3rd, despite the fact he has been going backwards at a few points, but Mystical Ace has now taken the lead from Knock. The fantastic line through the paddle section. Knock with a similar line as well. It's going to be close as they both enter the final downhill section on their way down to the finishing bowl. It's going to be anybody's game here as we come to the end. Mystical Ace takes it from Knock in 2nd place. Poor Ponky is going to hold on for 3rd place. I don't think Virtual Knock has got enough speed here to take anything away from him. Virtual Knock going to take 4th as we look further back to the field here. Iron Smeltery, Sunny and Mika all struggling in the paddle section. Mika finds his way through, as does Iron Smeltery. Looks like it's going to be neck and neck here for 5th and 6th position. Sunny looks like he is destined to be at the final position, but who is going to drop first? I think it's going to be Iron Smeltery. It is indeed. Iron Smeltery takes the 5th place, Mika in 6th, and Sunny unfortunately had a horrible section through the paddles there, and that is going to concrete his position as 7th and last. Away we go. I think this action is going to be thick and fast as the world record is only 51 seconds. And away we go down the slide. Mystical Ace and Iron Smeltery are setting the early pace here. But there's quite a few obstacles here that you could get stuck on, as they're all now grouped back up together, all neck and neck at this point in time. Who is going to get the lead off here? It is anybody's game as we follow them down. Mystical Ace was in the lead through the turnstile section. Sonny has now taken the lead, and Mika is storming his way to the front, though, it looks. Keep an eye on these three as Mika now takes the lead. He is through this section here. Somebody could end up being thrown off the map. Everybody is through. Mika's really lost out there. He has gone backwards, as is Virtual Knock and Iron Smeltery. It is now Mystical Ace from Sunny, Port Ponky, and Knock as we enter up the elevator. Who is going to make their way to the finish first? It's gonna be Sunny from Mystical Ace, only just Port Ponky, Virtual Knock, and followed by Knock in 5th position, it seems. They have won, but there is some weird stuff going on afterwards. Mika and Iron Smeltery are battling it out for the last place here, and it looks like Iron Smeltery is going to win that battle unless Mika can get a pretty good line through there. But no, Iron Smeltery is down through the portal, and away we go. That is the end of the race there. Sunny takes the win there from Mystical Ace. Port Ponky in 3rd position. Yeah, the race had already finished, Iron, so don't worry. I've been bleeding from somewhere, and I've got like blood everywhere, and I'm not sure where I've been bleeding from. That's worrying. Yeah, sure, I'll do one. I'll just do one more afterwards. Away we go then for the final race of the Grand Prix. This is Gentle Breezy Air, and we are starting our way off into a vortex here. Everyone is about to make their way down, and then we're going to head off into a bumpy section, followed by some twisty and turny action, it seems, all the way down into some faster bumpy sections. Relatively simple course, this one, but we have our first competitor out, and it is Knock, who is leading the way here. Mika is in 2nd, with Sunny and Port Ponky neck and neck in 3rd position at the moment. Iron Smeltery followed by Mystical Ace and Virtual Knock all the way at the back here. But Knock has got quite a nice lead here ahead of the rest of the pack. Opportunity here for the other racers to catch up with Knock, though there are some speed boosts on the spiral sections, so if you get a poor line through here you could really struggle and you could be a bit slow. But it's Mika from Port Ponky and Sunny in 2nd, 3rd and 4th as Knock now enters a peg section. That's slowed him down a little bit, but he has still got a substantial lead over the rest of the races. You've got to imagine that Knock is going to take this as long as he doesn't get held up too much on this cone section right here, which he has indeed. Sunny has got the pace. Can Sunny take it away from Knock at the last minute? I think Sunny just caught one of the spikes there, but he is going to take the inside line. It's between Sunny and Knock. Who is going to come over the line first? And Knock is going to hold on to take 1st place from Sunny. Mika comes home in 3rd position. Port Ponky here is going to lose out on 4th from Mystical Ace unless he can get a tighter line through the section. Once again, it's going to be close, but Mystical Ace is going to take 4th. Port Ponky in 5th. Virtual Knock comes home in 6th, and I kind of think the less we say about Iron Smeltery, the better here. Yeah, you're not going anywhere there, Ryan. All right, time to see the results of the final Grand Prix of the night. Who is going to come out on top and take the first place? Our top 3 positions are as follows. Knock in 3rd position. Virtual Knock in 2nd. But our winner is Port Ponky. Congratulations to Port Ponky taking the 2nd Grand Prix there. Mystical Ace finished in 4th, Iron Smeltery 5th, Sonny in 6th, and Mika, unfortunately, is right at the back in 7th position. Alright, so let's just do a simulated race. With 500 people, yeah? Oh boy, this is going to be carnage. Away they go. Dear God. I'm surprised we're not. Here we go. I was just about to say, I'm surprised we're not lost anybody, because I just imagine they're just going to bump each other off the track here. This is carnage. Here we go. Here comes the carnage. Wow. Wow. We've lost like 180 marbles. That was crazy. Well, that was certainly something. That was certainly something indeed. Guys, that is going to bring us to the end though for today. Thank you very much everybody for tuning in. Again, been a bit more of a chilled stream tonight with a bit of the workshopping, having got our goal yesterday. But yeah, thanks everybody. It's been a blast again doing the commentary on the marbles on stream. Maybe we'll make it a regular occurrence on the stream. Don't know what we're going to be doing next week, but maybe try and get back to a bit of Portal or something next week. But yeah, thank you very much everybody, like I said, for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend, whatever your plans might be. We'll be back on the other side of the weekend. But until then, I've been Nock. You've been awesome. See ya and goodbye.